Drake is money laundering. He recently released 7 studio albums in just over 2 years. That's right, Drake has released 7 studio albums over the past 2 years and 3 compilation albums to boot. Between 2018 and 2022, he's released 5 works. What's going on here? Is Drake taking his fans for a ride? Is he trying to make a quick buck by releasing low-quality work like this? Unfortunately, it looks like the answer may be yes, and we're not talking about his music. Drake's net worth is $260 million, which is likely more than most of us will ever see in our lifetimes. If he cared about his fans at all, he would be putting out quality music instead of constantly churning out subpar works that are widely panned by critics everywhere. So, what does this have to do with Drake? Well, the man himself is known for his lavish lifestyle and expensive cars. His Instagram account is filled with photos of him sinking millions into new homes and exotic cars like the Rolls-Royce Wraith Coupe, which costs $300,000. And according to a recent article by the New York Times' Ravi Agrawal, Drake spends so much money on these things because he cares about his fans, when he doesn't release a hit album or song that brings in the money that he needs. He tries to keep his audience happy by dropping new music or offering them exclusive content. It seems like all those expensive cars are just a way for Drake to keep up appearances so he doesn't lose fans. Drake is money laundering, and he's doing it on purpose. He's making albums by the dozen to hide the fact that he's been laundering millions of dollars across the globe. If you aren't familiar with his music, you might have heard of Drake's God's Plan. It was released in March of 2018 and quickly became an anthem for money laundering. The song is about how Drake makes $22 million a month through his money laundering operations. He also makes more than $17 million a year from streaming services like Spotify and Apple Music. He's not just lying to his fans about everything, he's lying to his fans about his on-screen persona. That's right, Drake is masking his true intentions by publicly stating that he has a new album out, but is delaying its release because it's getting really suspicious. He waited until it was safe because he knew that if the album leaked before then, it would be suspicious and likely lead to scrutiny from the IRS and eventually the police. Drake is lying about his real-life persona. I know, it's hard to believe. We've been watching him for years and he never seemed like a liar. But here's the thing. He literally spends his entire day trying to convince us that he's just like us. He's never out of touch with reality. For example, Drake is totally aware that some people just don't understand how important it is for Drake to keep up appearances in the public eye, so he has a team of interns who go around the world and make sure that no one ever finds out what Drake really does when he isn't being Drake. The truth is that Drake doesn't have time for all those other things in life. He doesn't even have time to go outside. But as long as we continue to believe that Drake is an ordinary guy who likes pizza and cats, well then, we can keep our jobs and our lives will continue as they are now. So please, let's stop pretending that there's anything wrong with this situation. We're all complicit in this deception, so let's use our influence to make sure it does not continue. Drake is lying about his real-life persona. In the song God's Plan, Drake says he's the best rapper alive. It's a bold claim, and one that people have been trying to prove for years. The thing is, Drake is not even close to being the best rapper alive. That title belongs to Kendrick Lamar. And when you look at Drake's discography, which includes songs like Hotline Bling and In My Feelings, but also includes songs like Poetic Justice and Miss Me, it's clear that Drake has never had a single moment where he felt worthy of this title. He has a whole catalog full of self-doubt and insecurity, which makes him a far cry from someone who deserves this label. Drake lied about his child. We can't trust him. If he can lie about this, what can he lie about? Is that even his real name?
What do you think? Comment below.